Okay guys, you join me at my, well, I guess favorite Electrify America charger once again, and we're here with the i4 this time, and we're gonna go charge it. There's only 2 chargers working right now out of, I think, 1, 2, 3 that are supposed to be working, and we have to pull in this way, so it's a little bit hard to film like this, but we're gonna go plug it in and see how it does. It's at around 50-ish, 60%, so it's not super dead. I just wanna see how it works on public charging networks. Okay guys, so here is the gorgeous i4. Let's unlock it. We'll go plug it in now. Our charge port door on the passenger side here, we can unlock our AC and DC ports, and now this one is down actually, so we're going to use this one. Hopefully it fits here. I did just see a BMW i4 charging here previously, so hopefully it works. I may have to pull up a little bit more, honestly. This is a pretty small cable. Okay guys, it can fit. Let's pop it in. Locks into place now. You can see how damaged this cable is already. It's supposed to look like this with this cover on it. And let's go start charging. Connecting to our vehicle now. This is supposed to have free Electrify America charging, but unfortunately, I don't think I have access to it. I do, so let's see if this works. Payment authorized and initializing charging. This is a good sign, guys. Hopefully we have no issues. Sorry for the wind today if it's a little windy. And we are charging. Congratulations. I'm going to press continue here, and I want to see what's going to be happening with this charging session here. I want to see how the i4 performs with its charging input speeds and everything. We have around, I think, 83, 84 kilowatt hour battery pack, decent size. We're at 50% state of charge right now, and this is a 150 kilowatt charger, though. I have to say, these never have been super reliable, and this cable just being broken, just a little scary looking, I think, for some people. What speeds? We're pulling 63 kilowatt speeds right now at 150 kilowatt charger. This should be okay, I think, at this high state of charge. You can hear the motors in the charger ramping up a little bit now, and our speeds may start to pull up just a little bit, hopefully. Okay, you can kind of hear those motors winding up. Now, like I said, this one's actually out of service for some reason, and also what's out of service at this current level is this level 2 charger. This one is unavailable. I'm not sure if that's coming across on camera. And they did just do construction here. I just did charge a plug-in hybrid vehicle here, and they put in these new Tesla power packs back here to kind of aid the charging process, because I think the other ones failed the last time I remember. You can see we have some of the 2 power packs here, 2-hour power packs. Some of the information if you guys want to check that out. Made in the USA. Nice to see Tesla powering our charging infrastructure, and even when they're not having their own plugs on it. So let's go back and check the speeds real quick, guys. This EA station's honestly a hot mess, and it's placed in an area where we need way more chargers. Now we're at 70 kilowatts for our charging speed, slowly ramping up a little bit. So let's go see what's happening on the inside of the i4. Let's hop inside. I do like the screens BMW gives you on here. So we're at 8% at 1:32 p.m. That's when it says it should be done charging. We're currently doing 71 kilowatts of charging speed, 125 miles, and they say at 80% I'll have 189 miles estimated. Now, that is a very conservative number. The other day at 80%, I had like over 200 miles of range. So it's just really how it depends on how you're driving. That is not the true range number of this vehicle. It can do almost 270-ish miles when you're not driving it like an idiot, like I have been. So don't worry about that. It's a lot better than it does up here. Let's see what happens, though, now that we're inside of the i4 while it's charging, how it kind of behaves if I try to turn it on. So I'm going to try to put my foot on the brake and turn it on. It says disconnect the charging cable and close charging socket flap to active drive mode. So I can't turn the vehicle completely on. Can I put it into an accessory mode? Yes, I believe. No, it still says disconnect charging cable. So I cannot turn the vehicle on. Let me see if I can put it in the diagnostic mode. So I can put it in diagnostic mode. So a triple press on the little start stop button puts it into diagnostic mode, but kind of turns it on, but I can't really put it into a real drive mode, so which is a little bit frustrating, because I believe, if I'm correct, you can't turn on the AC. Oh, I guess you can. Someone told me that you weren't able to turn on the AC while you're charging in an i4, but as you can see, you can do so. But I just did that, and I just watched the charging speeds dramatically drop on the EA charger right there. We were at 115 kilowatts. It's now at 106 kilowatts. So I guess turning on this AC system will kind of pull some power out of the i4. So I just turned the vehicle off. You can see we're back at 107 kilowatts. It may start ramping up once again or going down, just maybe because we're just getting at a higher state of charge. It's going to be fluctuating quite a bit. 100 kilowatts, so it's fine. Pretty high charging speeds, and generally this thing does charge pretty quickly. I really don't have any too big complaints there. So what do we have in terms of stuff in our infotainment system here? We do have a preconditioning mode. We can have a charging settings we can quickly access when you're in this goodbye mode. So when I press charging, it will bring us straight to our charging menu here, so we can charge immediately when we have our charge scheduling time. We have a departure plan. We can set our AC limit here if you want to have your amperage limit there for your AC current. And we have a charging target screen, and which doesn't really open up anymore. Oh, that's setting to 100%, and we can have it set to 80%, and it will actually live adjust on here when I change it to 85, 90, 95, and then 100% there. So you'll see your time estimates for how long it's going to take to charge at these different times there. So I'm going to leave it at 80% now, maybe 85%, just for the health of the battery pack. You can see there, it says it'll be done at 136, but once I move it to 100, it's going to take another half hour, because as we all know, when we're charging at the higher end of the battery pack, when it gets fuller, it's going to start charging slower to protect the battery. Unlock charge cable, we can do that there. We can precondition the battery for DC charging at low temperatures, which is really nice. It is 70 degrees today. It's 69 degrees, so we do not need that really, and you can activate it in here, which is a nice touch. Change the fan loudness, which is pretty cool, and you can change location-based charge settings in here. So I do like the charging information that BMW is providing you in the i4. We also have a live vehicle screen, which I think I moved actually. I think I can open it here. So if I go to our content here, adaptive content, it doesn't really show anything in terms of charging information. That's really going to all be happening up on this display over here. But here's where we can kind of see our values, our efficiency values since our individual mode, since the factory of the vehicle. The vehicle has used almost 90 kilowatt hours in total since it came to life. It's a really low mileage vehicle. It only has 640 miles on it. Brand new car from BMW. Since our last charge and since start of this current trip, I did 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour. I have seen over 3 actually, so it can be pretty efficient when you're not driving it like a lunatic. I do like this little animation here that BMW gives you while you're charging, though again, most of that charging information you're going to find in this display right here. Otherwise, I will do a separate video on this whole full tour of iDrive 8.5, this updated navigation system. Really the only thing is the climate functions, and this whole bar are different. Can we turn on the climate functions? Yes, we can. So for the few people that sent me messages saying you can't turn it on while charging, you're wrong. Anyways, guys, I'll update you guys if there's anything going on, and stay tuned for more charging. Okay, guys, we have gotten to a nice desired charging level here. We have around almost 196 miles if I kept it up to 85%, but I don't really need to go past 85%. So I'm going to make sure our i4 is unlocked, and we're going to go unplug this charger now. You do have to make sure it is unlocked because the charging port will unlock. We're just going to press stop charging here. Charging is stopped. We have our 10-minute idle grace period until we start getting charged. We were at 50% and made it up to 82%. It took us just 22 minutes, I believe. We got almost 30 kilowatts pumped into this i4. End stated charge, 82% charging time, 23 minutes, apologies. It was 56 cents per kilowatt hour, so we ended up paying $14.56 for this charging session. So let's unplug now. Pull this cable back to its respective side over here. Pop it behind here, make it a little bit easier, and we'll close up our charge port door, and we should be all set to go. And we just press finish here, and we're all set. We don't need a receipt or anything. We have our app all set up, and we're gonna go hop back into the i4. and see what kind of stuff we're seeing now. So we have 192 miles of range displayed on our screen here and 82% state of charge. So this is a very conservative number at the end of the day. Like I mentioned, it's in reality, at 82%, you have like 230, 240-ish miles of range. And once you go up to 100, you can get close to near 280 or around that, I think, on the highway, which is pretty impressive. So that is a trickster, I would say. At the end of the day, you're going to want to focus on your miles per kilowatt hour rating there and drive efficiently, drive in eco mode, and we'll get to all of that in the driving impressions, so make sure to stay tuned for that video. Okay, guys, this is what I mean by this thing is deceptive here. I just traveled 30 miles. I left with 190 miles, and it still says 109 miles. We're at 75% state of charge. I think the state of charge has definitely gone down because we've used around 5 kilowatt hours out of this battery pack, but my range estimate hasn't moved. So this thing is a lot more optimistic than, conservative than you may expect. So again, I traveled almost 30 miles. This has not changed. This still says 190 miles. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Do not trust this number on the BMWs. You're going to get a lot more range than what that thing's saying for you. It's just an estimate. And this is just proof of that right there. Hello everyone, you join me back in the i4, and we are at another charging station to go charge up the i4 now. We're at 23% state of charge. We have 50 miles on our range estimator right now, and we definitely need some juice in this i4. And we're at an EVgo station here. I do typically like to charge at this one because it's one of the fastest charging stations in our area, up to 350 kilowatts, I believe, on this charger. I think the i4 can do around 207 kilowatts up to the speed, so we're going to see, put that to the test right now and see if we have any issues charging. It's a little loud up there with some landscaping, but hopefully I'll be able to film for you guys. So let's go dive in. So we just pulled up to this EVgo station. Like I said, we have 23% state of charge as well as a 50 miles of range on our estimator here. To turn off the i4, go hop outside, unlock our vehicle, and let's go plug in. Apologies for the noise, guys, but we are here at this EVgo station sponsored by GM's Ultium, and let's plug in. As you can see, this is a pretty high-speed charger on this side. So let's open up our port here, AC DC. We're gonna plug in our port here. It's a little cold today. Plugged into place, should be locked in, and let's start charging. Okay guys, we're connecting to the vehicle now. Let's go hop inside. We have our little pulsing light there. Let's go see what's going on the inside of the i4. Hopefully we do have a successful charging session here. It's calculating our time right now, and we're gonna see if it starts ramping up speed here. Hopefully we have everything going well. It looks like we are charging. And we can see our DC speeds ramping up right here. We're a little low in the battery pack right now, so I think we should start pulling some pretty high speeds. BMW on the estimator here is saying 205 kilowatt maximum. And right now we're pulling 75 kilowatts out of this charger, and we're gonna see how high we can eventually go. And it says it will take us about 40 minutes to get to 80% as of this state right now. And that would give us an estimated 175 miles, though. From my experience over the past week with this car, that is very conservative of a number. You can definitely get some pretty good range out of this thing. I've seen very good efficiency numbers as well. Okay, guys. Update here, nothing really too much has changed. We're at 112 kilowatts, our charging speed now. If anyone knows with this exact little meter here, this has been kind of changing back and forth. Obviously, when the speed's going to increase, that is going to bump up there with the blue there. But this other little bar with all these lines here, I don't have a clear idea of exactly what that is indicating here. I'm not sure if it's a differentiation in the speeds or something, or if it's estimating it can go up to there. I'm not too sure, but let me know if you guys have an answer to that. We have a Bolt that just pulled over to us, which is charging in the other 350 kilowatt port, which, as we all know, bolts should not be using these super high fast chargers, as they can't even charge that quickly. But nonetheless, so far so good with the i4. I'm gonna go grab some coffee real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, we're coming in just around 70% state of charge now. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, and we are at 66 kilowatts, and let's go unplug and end our charging session for this BMW i4. Hopping outside, pretty easy to end our charging session. I've had no issues here. Grabbed a quick coffee. in the meantime. And 70% state of charge is more than enough. So I'm gonna unplug here and our charging station. And it's a little bit expensive, $31. That's sick. Let's just end our session now. We'll unplug from here. Put our cord back into place. A little bit of a difficult maneuvering there. We'll close up our charge port and head back inside to see our full state of charge on this i4 now. We do have 71% and 162 miles of estimated range, though, like I said before, it's a lot higher than that in reality. Let's power up the i4. Things come to life pretty quickly for you, and we are all set to go.